Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we give you the latest updates on the Lasafre volcano in Saint Vincent and many more. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon, cause you are going to want to see this video and many more like this one. In St. Vincent, we have some good officers and we have some bad ones. It is time for police in St. Vincent to start wearing body cams and name tags. Too many Vincentians are crying out right now. City officers are putting their hands on them. Imagine being in an establishment. A police comes in without a warrant. You ask that police for his name, and that officer starts pushing you. Several persons have reported incidents in which police placed their hands on them and nothing ever came out of it. How can we have a system in which police is investigating the police? Some of those officers are their colleagues, so they will throw the case away. But we need something like Indicam, like in Jamaica, an independent system set up. There is a video circulating on a social media with the small guy O'Malley that was with Winterpost that I did that video on. The video shows two officers handling O'Malley. Allegations are that it was over a van issue. But tell me something, why does two officers have to handle a guy 3 feet tall? In St. Vincent, there are some people who believe they are above the law, and we are seeing that right now. And if this problem doesn't change immediately, then nobody would accept the laws anymore. A few months ago, I heard a mother saying that some officers came into her place and did what they should not have done. So she's going to pay them a visit in Kyriakou. I don't know what she means by that. To all the good officers carrying out your duties properly, we applaud you. But you see the ones that aren't, time for you to get out of the force. Just last Friday, it was rumored that the Lasafre volcano was acting up again. Residents said they heard rumbling. Some said that it was thunder, but we need NEEM to address the issue.
In addition to the 2 tilt meters, we are hoping to put in back a station at the summit. I think the government is in the process of securing helicopter support to put that station in. We'll do some surveillance first to see whether it's safe to do so. If it's not so safe, we will use a device we call a spider, on which we can assemble a station and drop it in with a long line from the helicopter. Good. If it is sufficiently safe to land, because the volcano is not the only peril.
Right.
Helicopters, you can't expose a helicopter to too much ash. Good. Usually they hovering slowly from upwind to blow off a lot of the loose ash, and if they can remove a lot of the loose ash that way, they could land. If the ash is too much, they probably will not be able to land because the ash can damage the engine.
Then, Professor, you might have to recruit the services of the Desran Rajigas. After the volcanic eruptions, Mr. Rajigas went up to the Lasafre volcano and he was arrested. But now we really understand why. Professor, the road to the volcano on the countryside, it is still intact. And from what was said by the big man, he's saying that the services of the helicopter is very expensive. Robertson was the first one to come out and say that it's in a low state of unrest. I wonder if he could make the journey. If Robertson is willing to make that journey, we are willing to go with him by foot. You guys have sent back some persons to parts of the red zones, which means that you believe that it is safe now. So why worry? Why take an helicopter? Every day you see that it's in a low state of unrest. So I don't see why you can't walk up there. Or is that a phrase being used just to make the people return home? The sad reality about it is that the volcano is still smoking. You said that the equipments at the summit were destroyed. So how can you know what's causing it to smoke? You guys wanted the people to come out of the shelters before their times. If that volcano explodes again, who would accept the responsibility? Bookament workers were to be paid Friday. And now I'm seeing an article in which they are saying they must come collect the checks on Mondays. What kind of mix-up story is this one? Though you remember in a previous episode, I said that a brother sent another brother to Dovecat. Well, one brother is being offered bail while the other one has to be buried. So some persons are saying in the comment section, why was he granted bail? But if they read the news article carefully, they would understand that it was a case of self-defense. Like the big man is saying that the persons overseas that they sent away could return now. The ones that occupied houses that were damaged. Where are you going to put them, Mr. Big Man? Do you want them to return to leaking roofs? Take the job before they go away. That's what they said. But there are persons who took the job thinking that they would go. But they are not going anywhere. People are seeing them for who they are now. Farmers, did you receive anything on a Friday? Allegations that some Vincentian fishermen went out to fish and went missing. Do you remember that episode I did with the rock gutter tragedy in which a bus overturned and some student went into the seawater? Well, Coast Guard were afraid to even go into that water. It was some local fishermen from the Oweya community that had to dive in that water. So, finding two Vincentian fishermen would be a very difficult task for those coast guards. All hands should be on deck to find these fishermen. Just like how you come out in full authority when there are persons holding up placards in Kingston. Van men that operate omnibus in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Do you see that Untold Stories was correct? I told you that it would be a matter of time before they start to tax you again. Lies, and more lies. They told the van men that if they took the job, they would be able to carry their full amount of passengers. Some ran and took the job and still can't carry the rightful amount of passengers. When the big man says to do something, don't be too quick to rush into things. Take your time and analyze the situation first. Seeing that those men are so lie. What I think should be done is that when those guys speak and they don't do what they say, they should be held accountable immediately or asked to step down from their office. Tell me something. Would anyone in their rightful minds put a rat to watch cheese? Don't you think that rat is just gonna watch that cheese? He would taste it and eat it. Release a rat into a shop and you would see the damages that rat would do. If these lies continue, we would continue to live in extreme poverty forever. As I told you before in a previous episode, it needs someone at Nemo who knows about struggle. And when they do put someone like that in charge, then the system would run better. Too much one-sided thing going on right now. Party card holders are feasting while there are persons who evacuated because of the volcanic eruption in shelters who up to this day haven't received anything from Nemo. But don't worry yourself. Judgment Day is coming. Not because you don't have to answer to man, but you have to answer to God. With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands, and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during these difficult times. We thank you. I'm out.